And then there are extreme examples of devotees, which nowadays we don't have so many of them. But I'm coming from a generation of Sankirtan devotees, very eccentric, very eccentric. It was not just in Germany. We had, if I would tell you things, you cannot copy that, because you have to be really inspired. You know, like there was one devotee, I think he's still somewhere around, his name was Mrigupari from Holland. He was originally, as a kami, he was an actor, you know, in a theatre. And Krishna really used all this on Sankirtan. He was unbelievable. Here in Mayapur, or wherever there was a festival, they had Mriguparis in the kirtan. Everybody was running towards the kirtan, because he did something unpredictable. Like he could, during the kirtan, collect the dust from the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas, bake it into bricks, you know, and unload it on the altar in front of the deities, you know, in such a visual way that you saw this is really happening, you know. He was distributing the same way. I was in a car with him. 1 week he came to Germany. I mean, we were relatively very new on Sankirtan, so I was thinking, what is this? He was so fired up. You know, even in the morning, we were sitting in a car, he was eating. And we just heard a lecture from Prabhupada how actually all the mundane literature is just for crowds, you know. And actually everybody should have a book. Yeah. So without warning, he was still eating in a car. We had this kind of old German cars, you open a window like this. So he opened the window, there was early in the morning a lady going shopping. And out of the window he goes, you have the book? And the lady stops and goes, what book? And then he was going like this, in a bag, so I can reach over immediately a Bhagavatam. So he grabbed the Bhagavatam, put it straight in the lady's nose, he said, this book? And there he was going, oh, okay, yeah, how much is it? And she bought it. And then he was already out. Within a few seconds he forgot the eating and he just packed his books and he was purely inspirational. He was already heading for the next one. You have the book? You have the book? And the person was going, no. Here's the book. You know, and he was so like, what's going on? There's a book. And he was the whole day like this. He didn't say any mantra, nothing. I found him in front of a shopping house. People go out, you know, with his shopping bags. He almost jumped on them, looking in their bags. Said, where's the book? People are going, you know, especially Germans, they are easy to program like this. They're going, why, I have no book. You know, he was going, he must have a book. And everybody has a book here. You know, and people are going, oh yeah, okay, how much? Excuse me, yeah. Then he developed it further. In the afternoon I found him holding one gentleman on the street, like very confidential like this, around the shoulder. He said, you see the man over there? He has 3 books. And I was going, oh. Yeah. He was so in it that when he came, he always came too late to the car in the evening. We were always sitting in the car and you know, and he came too late. He opened the door of the car, looked at me and said, you have a book? And I said, come on, we go by, let's go now. Next day it was something else, you know. Next day he had something else going on, you know. Like I saw him in front of the train station, huge train station. A man gets out of the car, typical puffed up German again, and he just, you know, and he kind of buys the book and he gives him a big bill to change. This is something you should be very careful to do. He takes the bill like this and goes slowly on his knees in front of him down. Looking into his eyes, not saying one word. And then, you know, people walk around and they see, you know, there's a man kneeling in front of the other like this. And the man was going, okay, just keep it, just keep it. And he was going, thank you. up again, you know. So, every day he had something else going on. This is of course something you cannot spontaneously imitate. It again belongs to inspiration.